The other day I did a post about my morning routine and it got a lot of comments, a lot of views. I think a lot of people found it helpful, which is awesome. So I thought I would do my evening routine because I believe that that's just as important. Most people don't know this, but for many, many years I was essentially an insomniac. Now, what does that mean? I wouldn't stay up all night, but what happens is I would get up multiple times during the night to work, to eat, with ideas, with creativity, with book ideas. I mean, you name it. And it was very difficult to get a good night rest. And what I realized is that that's not good. That is not good. And I would justify it and say, you know what, I only need to go on 5 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep. And for many years, it was like that until about a year and a half ago when I finally figured it out. And I feel better. I feel, I just woke up this morning, so I'm a little bit, um, I look sleepy, but I feel well rested. And how do I do that? So here's some things that absolutely help me out. Number one, if I get up in the night, no screens. Absolutely no screens. I sleep with my mobile phone in a different room, a different floor. So it's not in my room with my wife and I, it's downstairs in my office. And I used to say, well, I'm up, I'm just going to check the phone. And then sure enough, emails would happen. And some of us are wired in such a way that our brains just are active. And so I would check an email in the past, and then I would think about that project, and then I would respond to that person, and now you're up. And then you start eating, and then you're tricking your body into thinking that it's game time. And as a result, you're eating, then your digestion starts processing. Your body's up then. So now what I do, instead of like judging myself for getting up in the middle of the night or something like that, I I just go back to bed. And if I feel like I can't sleep, I pray. I just start praying for people. And you know what happens is I usually fall asleep then. So check it out. No eating, no screens. And here's what else I've done. Melatonin. You might mock it, you might diss it, I don't know. But for me, it helps. Now there's all different milligram levels. I started with 3, and then I've done up to 5. I don't need a ton. But the other thing is, ooh, this is big. I don't drink beverages other than water, especially around evening. So that I think is a big deal. I used to drink kombucha, which had caffeine in it. It had sugars in it. Um, so basically, I'm limiting sugar intake, drinking water, melatonin, no screens, and no eating in the middle of the night. And I actually stop eating most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, I stop eating, after dinner. I'm not eating big meals before dinner like I used to when I was a food addict, and I would eat just all day, all the time. Healthy stuff, but all the time. Not always healthy. I would have a lot of sugar. So my point is this, folks. You need to guard yourself. You need to take care of yourself. And everybody talks about morning routines, but very few people talk about evening routines. And how can you crush it the next day if your sleep was all jacked up? Today, I get around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Um, Another trick, I didn't share this the other day. When I get up in the morning, like when it's basically any time past 4, 5, 6, when I get up, I get up. So when I get up, Bible, journal, devotions. I got a little fire right here. I'm chilling. Family's still sleeping. But that's important too. So I'm not sitting there hitting the alarm 6 times. I teach my body, like, once I'm at a certain point in the morning and I get up, I'm up and I roll and I go ignite souls. I hope this was helpful. An evening routine. If you like this, if it helps, I'd love to share wisdom with you. I'm not afraid to say, hey, I've struggled with sleep in the past. But it's cool. Right now I'm working on stuff. Just had my journal Bible devotions. It was great. Had my little quick oats, and away we go. Other than that, if you need more help on this, go to deeperpathbook.com. Deeperpathbook.com, it talks about how to become a master in the art of living. This is some of the deep stuff that I've done over the years, because if you're going to be a high performer, you need to fuel yourself the right way. Part of that is sleep. Take care, be a soul on fire, and if you do want to see my opus, karyoberbrunner.com/opus, OPUS, and it is literally how I do my life. And hopefully it can be an inspiration to you. If you need more help on this, do the Deeper Path course. Go to deeperpathbook.com and click course, and we'll get you in the tribe. We'll get you rolling. Take care. Be a soul on fire. We'll see you.